The Bishop Cretin Award, James Olsen, class of 1954. Jim grew up across the street from St. Mark's Parish, where he attended grade school and served as an altar boy. Faith and family were at the heart of his upbringing, the youngest of 7 children of John and Lillian Olsen. His brothers, sisters, and later his wife, Marcia, were constants in his life, grounding him through every chapter.
I had a lot of fun at Cretin. Brother Anthony, who was a biology teacher, and he was a real stickler that we notice things. And he'd say, "Look at this photograph," and look at it, and what does that mean? And we didn't have a clue. But he explained those things to us, and it sort of was just noticing and watching and being alert. And it was a lot of fun working under him.
After Cretin, he earned degrees in aeronautical engineering from the University of Minnesota and Ohio State. His career began with Douglas Aircraft, then led him to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio.
It's the head of just about all of the technology and the manufacturing for the U.S. Air Force, and it was a fantastic place to work. And I worked there about 35 years. I finally made it, I don't know, maybe my last 5 years up to be the chief scientist of one of their laboratories.
There, he advanced research in aerodynamics and structural dynamics, ultimately serving as chief scientist for the U.S. Air Force, the highest civilian grade in the federal government. He also completed both a master's and a PhD from Ohio State. A career highlight was his international research collaborations made possible through his service on NATO's Research and Technology Organization, strengthening both science and international friendships. Upon retirement, Jim served as a professor at several universities, including Notre Dame and the University of Rome. Marcia and Jim raised 3 children together, Anne, John, and Mary. Their family has grown to include 4 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild.
And she was just, well, I thought the most beautiful girl I had ever met, and the funniest, too. My wife loved holy angels, and I remember how her graduation pictures, she was given a great big bouquet of red roses, and I always thought that was so nice. I still keep roses at her grave now.
Committed to Catholic education and inspired by his wife's story of hard work to afford a Catholic education, Jim generously provided funds for a CDH scholarship for girls to make it easier for those families to afford a CDH education.
When she was at Holy Angels, she had to work in the school, like gym floors and erasing blackboards and things like that. And then she had another job after school at an ice cream store. I wanted to help girls at Cretin-Derham Hall to get started in school. So I would donate money to each school. That was all inspired by my wife, Marcia.
Looking back, Jim credits Cretin's discipline, his parents' faith, and Marcia's selfless love and support for shaping his life of service, scholarship, and gratitude. In recognition of his stellar achievements in his science and educational career and his lifetime of service, Cretin-Derham Hall is thrilled to bestow the Bishop Cretin Award to James Olsen, class of 1954. Congratulations, Jim.